Welcome to Gen X Unhinged, our live stream. My name is David Cole, and my partner in crime is Christian Cole. Christian, how you doing today?
Good morning, all. How's everybody doing today?
Well, I tell you, we are just chomping at the bit to get going here. We were trying to get on a little early, and we just are so excited to share stuff today. So, thanks for joining us on the show. Drop a like and a comment if you're on, and we'd love to talk with you at some point. Hey, FAFO continues to happen, Christian. It's just happening.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's unbelievable. And so I posted a video. I'm sure you guys all saw it. There's this guy in there that is just unbelievable. And he's like, don't poke the bear. Please don't poke the bear. And they just kept coming for him. And he just started dropping them. I was like, this is ridiculous. We need to get more people like that out there.
I mean, he was trying to walk away. He was trying to protect these guys.
Right.
I mean,
and he did that little roundhouse spin kick as a warning. You know what I mean? Hey. And then that guy with the black jacket, the red sleeves, he took his gloves off. He was coming. Man, he got rocked. Absolutely rocked.
One of those guys that had the bullhorn in his face, so he knocked him down. He goes and fights these 3 or 4 other guys, and then this guy comes up back to him, and he knocks him out. I mean,
knocks him out cold. I mean, literally cold. It looked like a Mike Tyson fight from '97. I mean,
it was 7 against 1, and the guy was just mowing him down.
Well, and just remember, those are the type of people that want to start a civil war. All right? I mean, this guy was just a fighter. He was just a street fighter. It's not like he was specially trained, or in my opinion, he just looked like a freaking brawler. I love that guy. I would like to talk to that guy. If anybody knows that guy, have him get in touch with me, Christian Cole. I want to talk to him.
I don't know. He might knock you out. You can say some controversial things.
I can handle it. Let's do it.
Didn't you post another FAFO video too? Was there a second one?
So this lady, she decided it'd be a good idea to go harass this guy. And this is the deal. Everybody's ice, right? Everybody's ice these days. I don't know. These liberals just think everybody's ice. Well, you can obviously tell that this guy that was out there, he started out this whole day being a liberal. He had the black mask on, definitely a liberal. And then he got attacked by this liberal, and then the liberal went to jail because she kept putting that. Oh, it was great, dude. I wish I was there. In fact, I almost want to go put on a mask and a hat and go start filming liberals because, hey, you never know what's going to happen. And it gives them a chance. It gives us a chance to get people arrested. That's fun for me.
Is that the one where the daughter was saying to the lady,
"Hey,
like, Mom, you gotta stop.
Mom, stop. And that's the uber liberal daughter in the corner going, yo, you need to chill out. I mean, this guy's obviously not icy. Ice are the guys that are walking around with the camouflage and the guns,
The vests and
the vest, right. They're not a guy on the corner with a selfie stick filming you.
Well, we aren't dealing with the smartest people in the world right now.
No, we're not at all. Not at all.
And that's not even a slam against Democrats. These are the ultra liberals that are out there, and they're just not being smart. They're just doing stupid stuff. And then the politicians try to say, well, this is all the Republicans' fault. No, it's these stupid people that are doing stupid things.
Correct.
You also posted a video where a guy talked about how he's a professional protester. He's never been arrested. He's never got in trouble because his thought was, I'm already protesting. I've already kind of stepped over the line. So if something happens, I'm going to show respect to these officers. I'm going to talk nicely to them. I'm not going to say I'm wrong, but I'm going to show respect. That's all they got to do. Show respect.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But, they don't. They never do. They just out there acting a fool. Hey, and it's the deal. In my life, 53 years of my life, I have always understood that if you drive at somebody intent to hurt them with a car, that is a crime. That's common sense. I don't. Even if it's just some guy on the road, if you hit a guy in a crosswalk, okay, that's a crime. All right. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, but And then what they need to do is they need to change the rules, especially for these protesters. Hey, if I'm in a vehicle and I'm driving down the road and I'm surrounded and people are starting to hit my car, at that point, I feel threatened. Hey, I'm gassing it. I'll drag you. I don't care. That's between you and God at that point.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, because these people, you're fearing for your life, even if these people aren't doing anything. If they're surrounding your car, you're fearing for your life. Period.
Absolutely.
It's just a fact.
Absolutely. And these guys are crazy. You know, they start breaking windows. And I mean, ultimately, if you have a truck and you can't afford the car payment, just go drive into one of these things and they'll beat the crap out of it. And you turn it in for insurance, get a new truck.
Okay, we really won't advocate that, but that's an idea.
Oh, I'm not
That's
advocating anything. I'm just saying. I mean, they're going to do it. It's not your fault.
Yeah. So the last few days, these Title IX hearings have been kind of all over the airwaves. They're having, the Supreme Court is hearing different
Why, Dave?
Why are they hearing it? Yeah, I don't know.
Why did it even get there? No, why did it even get there? Why did it even get there? On its face, you are removing. Hey, how about this? How about we just remove the women's right to vote too? In fact, why don't we just not let them go to work anymore? Because evidently, transgender women have more rights than actual women. I mean, that's how it's going right now. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. So this is what you got. You got a bunch of men out here running around fighting for women's rights, and you got a bunch of white liberal women out running around trying to take away women's rights. You talk about alternate dimensions. I mean, we're in a whole different world. I mean, think about that. All men are out here trying to fight for our women in sports, and not all, but liberal white women are literally out advocating right now, right this moment, for men to play in women's sports. It's unbelievable to me. It's like I got to wake up in the morning and double check my own reality to what is really going on.
And you said it's white liberal women, and that's not just talk. If you go to any of the videos that you put out there, and people start saying negative things about them, 9 out of 10 times you click on their picture, it's a white woman. That's probably about between 40 and 60 years old. 90% of the time I've done it. And it's just like, what's up with this?
Well, and 9 times out of 10, you're going to see a little bitch-ass Bravo male behind her that has absolutely no say in their own world. I mean, these are the guys that can't even drive in their own car. The wife has to drive. You always see them. They're always in a Prius or a Subaru or a Highlander, and they got their little bitch-ass Bravo husband right there next to them because they don't have enough balls to even drive the car. Sorry, but that's just what I see.
And we're not making this stuff up. Look at these videos. Watch them. It's incredible. It's just,
and they're all white. Over. They're all white, like for real. And I'm not. I mean, it is weird to me. It is weird to me because, like, what? I mean, either one or two things. Either A, they are not allowing diversity within these protests. One, or two. The people of color, all colors, they don't agree with them. You don't see any Iranians, Palestinians. You don't see any of those people out there in these ICE protests. Well, because they're going to get deported. But other than that, I mean, you don't see it. Why is that? Because they know it's stupid. Joey Reid. Joey Reid said it was because black people will get shot. That's why black people aren't out there, because they'll get shot, not because they support what is going on, because it hits a lot of their communities, African-American communities and the Hispanic communities. These illegal immigrants are absolutely brutal to their entire way of life in down there. Or not, I don't mean down there, but I mean in their Twitter sphere, they're taking all these jobs. You know, and
Yeah.
it's not fair. It's not fair at all.
It's not. And we were talking about this the other day, and the number of scholarships that have now gone to transgenders instead of women is like 1,000 in
Yeah,
sports.
I have it. John actually sent to me. I forgot to look at it, but I think it's even closer to 2,500. That's
2,500.
2,500 men that are in school right now getting a scholarship for a woman. Like, how can you not see this on its face? I mean,
Yeah,
this is what it is. This is men that cannot compete with women, that cannot compete with men, that are going to women and stealing money and opportunity directly out of women's pockets. Isn't that what Title IX was written for? To make sure that that was protected?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
Title
yeah.
IX. I mean, uh,
On its face, right? I mean, isn't that exactly what Title IX is?
yeah,
Is that
yeah.
they are forced to have sports for women so they can compete within women, right?
That's right.
And
Well, so Title IX it's a pretty old law now, but it was set in place so that these colleges, especially colleges, would have just as many women's sports as men's sports, or at least they aspired to, so that women weren't just losing out because there weren't even enough sports for them to compete in. And so
right,
now this is taking that Title IX a step further and saying, okay, we've got these sports that women are competing in, but we're allowing these transgender to come in and take the spot of the woman,
right,
which is just so they're just completely doing away with Title IX, essentially.
right,
I mean,
right.
it's crazy.
Hey, and this is the deal. If I want to watch shitty basketball, I'll just go watch the Kings. You know what I mean? I don't need to watch a bunch of really, really bad men play. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I mean, women, do your thing. I love it. You know, I want you to do it. But there's the deal. I especially don't want to watch really bad transgender men playing in women's sports. Because if they weren't
Yeah.
exciting enough to even play in the NBA, you know, also, you know, another thing I was thinking about today, Dave, is that
What's that?
why is it, what, do you ever wonder why transgender women that are transgendering to males never go to male prison?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Right? There's no
It's
argument
just,
there, right?
just,
You
yeah.
know, but you have all of these transgender men that say,
Yep.
yeah, I'm a woman. I need to go to women's prison. Well, I'm going to tell you
Exactly.
what. If I'm a man and I'm going to prison, I'm lying. All right?
Yeah,
I'm going to
exactly.
lie because you want to lock me up with all these women? Okay. Hey, I know
I'll do
I
it.
screwed up. Hey, I'll pay the
Yeah.
price. I'll pay the price. You know,
Yeah.
and it's just absolute asinine. It is
Yeah.
on its face, the Democratic Party, not the Democrats, but the Democratic Party as a whole, un-American. They don't care about women. They don't care about anybody's rights. They don't even care about a baby's right to live. They don't care
Right.
about shit. They care about nothing.
So, you know, the first time Trump became president, he called them snowflakes a lot. That kind of he stopped calling people snowflakes, but really that's what it is, because
Right.
these people have become so woke that they're just become snowflakes, and they feel so bad for these people that they're
Right.
going to let them run all over people that are healthy, doing what they're supposed to be doing, and instead, no, we need to really take care of these other folks.
Right.
And yeah, we
Right.
need to take care of them, but not at the expense of the general population. That's crazy.
Well,
There's
and you're literally cowing down to 5% of the entire population of the United States. Maybe 10 at the very top, but for the most part, 5%.
and
5%.
you're not saying 5% of transgenders. You're saying 5% of the people that agree with letting transgenders do this, because the percent
I'm
of
talking about
transgenders,
5% of the people believing in the Democratic Party on
yeah,
their actual running, what they're running on as a whole. They are kowtowing to the whole party is kowtowing to 10%. 10% homosexuality, 10% transgender, 10%, you know, all these things. You know what I mean? They're on
yeah,
the fringe. They're
yeah.
kowtowing to the fringe.
Exactly. Because in all actuality, the percentage of transgenders in America is significantly below 1%. I mean, it's
Correct.
just a
Correct.
small population. And we're just letting them take over these areas. And I'm not saying that transgenders don't exist. I'm not trying to take anything away from them. I'm just saying don't let them jump over somebody
Well, the
to
problem
further their cause.
is they're the loudest, right? So the
Exactly.
Democrats, the Democrats are falling prey to their own practice, right? Remember they started that whole cancel thing where we'll get canceled. They're so afraid of being canceled, and the Republicans are over here like, I don't care, cancel me. I cancel me.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? What does canceling really mean? It means that 10% of the country maybe is not going to pay attention to me. Okay, I don't want to talk to them anyway.
Exactly.
You know, I mean,
Exactly.
it's just, it's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. And all these companies are coming back. Silicon Valley right now is suing the state of California for billions of dollars. I was reading the thing the other day. It's just hilarious. The Silicon Valley is spending more money on fighting the billionaire tax than it would actually cost them to get taxed. Because that's how stupid they know what it is. Because they don't know where their money's going. You know what I mean? We're just giving it away.
And what's becoming more and more evident is that this is going to trickle down to the middle class. And this billionaire tax that you're referring to, it's going to start hurting the middle class as well.
Correct. How can it not?
How can it not? So right now, over $1 trillion of net worth individuals have left California because of this tax. Well, one of the reasons is because of this tax.
Well, that and our government sucks. Those two things. But I mean, the simplest way to think about it is if you got a water tower and that water tower is Amazon, right? And it feeds water down to the population. And then the government comes in and pipes a hole in, right? And starts sucking some of that water off, right? At some point, there's a lot less water getting down. And as that less water gets down, people start to, they run out of water. I mean, it's simple. It's not this big giant thing. The Democrats always like to make it hella hard, right? They like to make it really hella. That's a NorCal word, but they try to make it really, really hard for you to understand when it's just really easy.
Right.
But they like to do that. They like to make it as most complicated as possible. When the reality is if you tax too many of the rich, they're going to move. And then what happens? They take all their money with them. And now you don't have that money flowing down,
Yeah. This is a completely different conversation, but I heard this the other day. I was listening to a separate podcast, and Amazon, just with its workers, has created over 9,000 millionaires because of their pay and their stock bonuses. So 9,000 Amazon employees. And that goes all the way down to the people just stocking the trucks. These people have been there for X amount of years. Over 9,000 of them are millionaires now.
Remember all the janitors from Microsoft? Okay. There, I see you. You're back now. Give us a second, guys. I don't know. We lost Dave. Elon.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry
Elon's
about
got
that.
to figure that out. I'm going to call Elon. I'll call him.
Yeah,
We're going to figure out what this Starlink's doing. Come on now.
Yeah, don't.
Come on. Come on. Killing me, buddy.
Hey, but we got it fixed. We got it fixed.
We did get it fixed. Okay, I won't call you, Elon. I don't want to go to voicemail anyway.
Yeah.
So
we got some crazy things happening. I mean, it's just this whole transgenderism, Title IX, all of that. It's at the Supreme Court level. You're absolutely right. Why did it ever get to that? Hopefully now these Supreme Court justices are gonna handle this the right way, and I'm confident they're going to. I think it's gonna start taking care of this issue.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
Because that's the law. See, the problem is these judges, the Democrats get all upset. Look, you're a Supreme Court justice. Your opinion, I don't give a shit about it. What does the law say? Why? You go find the law that backs your opinion. That's what the Supreme Court's supposed to do. It's not
Right.
supposed to say, well, because I'm Supreme Court justice, I think it's this way, so that's the way it is. No, no,
Right.
you have to have backup. You have to have
Yep.
the law and say, well, look, as a lawyer and as a judge, I read all these laws, and all these laws support my opinion on why I am writing this opinion on this. It's not, well, I don't know what a woman is or a man is, so yeah, I think we should get rid of it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's stupid. And I was watching it the other day, and one of the judges, I forget what judge it was, but he's like, how are you expecting us to write an opinion when you can't even tell us who we're writing the opinion for?
And this was a Democratic judge. That was Judge Alito, I think is how you say his name.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and so he's considered a liberal judge
Correct.
on the Supreme
Correct.
Court, and he's saying this. So that
Right.
bodes well.
Right.
That gives us some confidence.
So I mean, how do you write it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and pass this for the gray area. So if you fit in this gray area, you might have the rights to do this. It's stupid. It is just
Yeah.
stupid. And the money we're spending
Yeah.
on this is ridiculous. You know what I mean? Why don't we take
Yeah.
some of that money and put it? Hey, so I mean, I posted this on Facebook and I got a really big response. So I'm gonna say it. I think that President Trump or the Republican Party, somebody needs to write a bill, or the Republican Party, they need to write a bill, or President Trump needs to sign an executive order that states that if you are caught and arrested during a protest, you go on the no-fly list for 5 years, right? Because then if you go on
Yeah.
the no-fly list, it's going to slow them all down. We should get a
Yeah.
no-bus list too. Can we get a no-bus list going? No, I'm just saying. I mean,
Yeah.
we have to have more consequences than a misdemeanor. The only way
Yeah.
to get them down, it's like when a kid sticks his finger in a light socket. We got all these things running around now where you put the plugs in there so the kids don't do it. The kids don't know. You know what our plug was? It was our finger. We put
Yeah.
our finger in there, and it shocked us really. I'm not doing that shit again.
Well, something Trump did here in the last couple of days that I do think is going to make a change is that what is it at the end of the month? No more money is going to sanctuary cities. Uh, no more federal money if the sanctuary cities don't stop doing that is going to be sent to them. Is that what it was, Christian?
Yeah. As
Uh,
of February 1st, there will be no more money going to sanctuary cities.
and I tell you, that's going to stop some stuff right there
Oh,
because
absolutely. We got to
these
stop
cities.
funding these cities.
Exactly. Exactly. If they're not going to follow what Americans want to do, why
Right.
are we giving them any money? I
Yeah,
mean,
well, it's because this is the deal. You know what? I'm going to say it like it is. Daddy Trump has put you on groundation. You've been grounded. You Democrats, you've been grounded. You want to get out of getting grounded. You want your allowance back. Come correct. Start following the rules, and then maybe we, the people, might let you come play with us again. We'll let you come out and
right,
play.
right.
But until then, go F yourself.
All right. So let's, we've had some really great economic news that's happened since Trump became president, and it's continuing already in 2026. So I wanted to kind of just I got a list of 7 things that are happening right now on the economic forefront. And the reason why I want to talk about it is that, we're going to have these midterm elections here in November, and it always, when people say what drives your vote, it's the economy, stupid. That's the answer. It's the economy,
Right.
stupid. And so even though it's not quite as thrilling, it's not all that, I think we got to keep focusing on it a bit. So I'm just going to go through this list, Christian, and then we can go back. Anything that kind of strikes you, let's go ahead and talk about.
Absolutely. Let's hear it. Put it on me.
Number 1, stock market, all-time highs. And we kind of dropped down a little bit after the first week, but we're still right there at the all-time highs. We had all-time highs like 5 straight days, something crazy. So the stock market is absolutely booming. And I didn't have it on here, but in the last couple of days, Bitcoin is booming, and I know you don't your
Oh,
feelings
here
on
we go with
Bitcoin,
the
but
Bitcoin again.
just so you all
That's all
know,
right. No, that's all right.
Bitcoin is booming. So watch out. So that's number one. Number two, inflation data. Inflation has gone from 4% when Trump became president now to down to 2.7%.
That's
Um,
unbelievable.
it's unbelievable. You know, the ultimate target for the Fed was 2%. I think Trump's going to get there. Not that it really that target once Powell is no longer the Fed chair. That target probably is not going to be near as important, but still, just bringing that down is incredible. GDP growth 4.3% in 2025. That's the highest GDP growth in like 5 years. So the economy is not, the inflation's coming down, the economy is growing. Wage growth, this one is really good. Um, uh, Wage growth has gone up by 4% since Trump became president,
That's
where
awesome.
the inflation data is at 2.7%. So essentially, on average, the average American has 1,100 extra dollars, even if they didn't get a raise or anything, just because the inflation coming down, and then the overall wage growth just
Well, that's
booms
the
that
average
up.
American, not in California, Oregon, Minnesota, and New York.
You're right. You're
Everybody
right.
else, we got
You're
extra
right.
money. You got extra money. I'm glad. I'm so happy for you. And you know
Yeah.
what? Hey, at $1.69 a gallon in Oklahoma, that fills up a lot of cars. And congratulations to you guys.
Yeah, and that's my number seven. Falling gas prices. 31 states have gas prices under $3 a gallon now. 31 of the 50 states. And you can figure out who the other 19 are just going, you named four of them right there. California, Oregon,
Oh,
Washington,
absolutely. Hey,
boom, boom,
absolutely.
boom.
Right.
You know,
Just
but
Google blue
31.
states on the map gas, and it will show you.
Exactly.
There is no
Exactly.
blue state that has low gas prices right now. Get it through your heads, people. The Democrats don't like you. They want your money. That's it. They don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about anything. They want you to go to work. The Democratic Party has become the slave party. I'm telling you, and that means for everybody. I'm not talking about
Yep.
people of color. I'm talking about United States citizens in general. If you are a Democrat, the Democratic Party has become the party of slaves because we are all slaves to them because all they want is our money. That's it. They don't want
Yep.
anything else. So this is why they keep bringing in illegal aliens so they can keep getting more and more and more cheap labor, more and more and more and more votes, and then keep
More and more
raising the
votes.
taxes, keep raising the taxes on the people like us, the common folk, that we're just peasants. We're peasants
Yep.
in their eyes.
And they don't spend that money wisely, and they have fraud. I mean,
Correct.
it's like the trifecta of corruption.
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
unbelievable. It's unreal. And these
unbelievable.
people, you see them in the streets. These people are so brainwashed that it's like they can't see it. It's the
Yeah.
weirdest thing
Yep.
because the Democrats play identity politics, and this is what they do. They make you feel smart for following them, and they make the other party look stupid. It's kind of like an abusive husband or an abusive wife. They continue to put them down until the point where they won't go anywhere else. And the only way to feel good about themselves is to be in line with the Democratic Party or to be in line with the abusive husband or to be in line with the abusive wife.
Yep.
So I mean that's what they do.
That's what they do. That's what they do. Another piece of good news. American auto sales, the highest they in 2025, they're the highest they've been in half a decade.
Unless you're
So
buying a Ford Lightning, they're giving those away.
but so why were auto sales so much higher in 2025, American auto sales? Because of the tariffs. Because of the
Correct.
tariffs. And that's my last one. Tariffs brought in hundreds of billions of dollars last year.
Right.
And everybody, the experts were like, well, it's going to raise inflation. Inflation went down. Well, it's going to create what is going to happen to the trade deficit? The trade deficit has been cut in half.
Right.
I mean, these things are working, and they're
Right.
working,
Right.
and it's like, why all these naysayers are like, this was not going to happen. This was not going to happen. Trump said, yeah, hold my beer, type of
Right,
deal. It's
right.
just
Well,
like,
and it's not like this hasn't been figured out.
yeah,
Trump is a huge history buff. I mean, he looked at history. I mean, there was a time in this country where the entire government, federal government, was funded by tariffs alone.
yep,
And this is the deal. We got, as Americans, things are a little bit more expensive, but this is the thing. They're not more expensive. The American-made product is now equally priced to the Chinese product. And the only
yep,
difference is that you're paying the federal government, you're giving the country money when you buy tariff products. You're giving the country money when you buy American-made products. So
right,
it's a win-win.
right, right. It's good stuff. So how do we keep this happening? These midterm elections, Republicans get out and vote. A lot of times the voting the number of voters goes down in these midterm elections. We gotta vote. Democrats, if you don't agree with it, stay home. Don't vote.
Yeah,
All
just stay
right.
home.
Just stay
Just
home
stay home.
because you
Right,
know things are better. Your
right.
average Democrat right now, they can't say things aren't better. I mean, they
No,
just
no,
I can't
they
see how they
can't.
could.
They can't.
So,
I was
uh,
thinking the other day about your friend. Remember your
yeah,
friend? Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Got your butt, don't I? Okay. So anyway, but yeah, and that's the thing. Look, you don't have to vote. You can still come in and mark safe on Facebook that you didn't vote for Trump or
That's
mark
right.
safe from the Republic. You can do all that stuff on social media. You can even take a picture with the I voted sticker on there. Okay?
That's right.
Just don't do it.
Just
Don't
don't do
F
it.
yourself, please. I mean,
Yeah.
hey, I'm not saying this, or at least go vote for an independent. I'm just
Yeah.
you can't fix anything until you break it down completely. The only way the Democrats fix their party is to make it null and void. And now that USAID is gone, now that Minnesota is gone, now that California is about to be gone, fraud money, because the Democratic Party's failing. They're bankrupt as shit. No one's giving them any money. All their money came from the Silicon Valley. Now they're spending all that money suing the Democrats, which I
That's
love
right.
you for, by the way. Love
Right.
you guys for that. I mean, Meta put in $800 billion. You're $600 or $800 billion into the United States.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, hello. That's why I'm
That's
on Facebook.
incredible.
No,
Yeah.
that's why I'm on Facebook. I hate Zucker. But we have a saying in my house, but I'm not going to say that here because I'll get in trouble. But no, you know what? I used to really not like that guy at all. But when he testified in front of Congress, and I'm talking about Zuckerberg,
Yeah.
he said we succumbed to the pressure. There was nothing we could do. You know what? They forced us to do this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And more power to you. See, I'm a little bit different. I'm a Gen Xer, and let the federal government come to me with some crap like that, because
Yeah.
I'm not anti-government. I'm anti-government telling me what to do. You know what I mean? So you're gonna come and say this. Well, you on your face had to know, like with me, the vaccines. In my opinion, when the federal government is pushing something so hard on you, and they're offering it for free, and they're offering it to pay for it, there's something in the mist there, right?
Something there. Yep.
There's something there because the government never does that. And Reagan always said the worst things ever said in history was, "I'm with the government and I'm here to help." Okay, that's the
Yep.
serious things ever said,
Yep.
and it's the
That's right.
truth.
Yep. All right. So you posted one thing this week that I really liked, and it had to do with the late night hosts. They're all white and they're all Democrats.
Right.
Why is that? Why is that?
I don't know. That's why I was just thinking about this the other day. I'm like, why? I mean, okay, so, and I don't know this, but I mean, what they're insinuating is that either A, people of color aren't smart enough to understand politics on late night television. Number two, there's no audience because people of color have become Republicans, right?
Yeah.
They have moved to the right, right?
Yeah.
So here we are being constantly berated for years that the Republican Party's racist and we're the party of this and we're the party of that. Where's Arsenio Hall? Oh, I know where Arsenio Hall is. If he got in trouble, they put him in jail for tax evasion.
Yeah.
Right? Was that him or Snipes? It was one of those two. But I mean, come on. Can we not get a black late show host or a Mexican guy? The only other Mexican guy that I can remember of is the one comic. He went so far left, they took his butt off of TV. You know, can we bring late night TV back, please? I mean, and make fun of everybody. You know,
exactly.
Saturday Night Live was so funny is when they made fun of everybody. Okay? I mean, all the time. You know, and South Park has lost all their ratings. Nobody watches South Park anymore because they got rid of the kids. You know, and it's all anti-Trump. All of it. The whole show. They should just change it to anti-Trump Park. Because it's stupid. It's just that you're ruining great shows over politics. Why?
You know, we save the best for last. The most important stuff. We need better TV. Holy smokes, we need better TV.
We do. And this is the thing, Dave. I only have streaming service because it comes through my cell phone plan. Other than that, I wouldn't. I watch all my football on an antenna. Oh yeah, I'm like old school. Like I'm not paying for it. I'm not paying for it. You know, I'm not gonna do it. F that. You know, and the way I see it, they don't know that I'm watching. I don't give them the ratings. So stupid.
You got anything else, Christian? You got any other good stuff for our live stream? It's been a good one.
You know what? As of today, I think that we're good. You know, I mean, there's a lot going on. You know, Riley Gaines calling on Congress to you know, make sure that Trump takes care of this, and you know, we just got to get it done. You know, we got to get these bills out. You know, the Republicans need to kick it into gear. Come on, we got 10 months left. Trump, you need to write that executive order for the voting. Yeah, I mean, because we know they're going to block it, right? We know this because they're retarded. That's what they do. So if you get a chance, like, subscribe, forward, or share, please. I got the stars up and working. So if you like the content, you're enjoying what you're seeing, throw some stars at us, keep the lights on, subscribe if you get the chance. We have some other things in the works that you'll be seeing shortly. But thank you guys so much for joining us here at Gen X Unhinged. You guys have a great week. We'll see you Saturday. God bless you and God bless America, Dave.
God bless you.
Gen X Unhinged is a weekly podcast hosted by Christian Cole and David Cole. Join us online at genxunhinged.com, on Facebook at Gen X Unhinged Group, or download on Apple, Spotify, or Amazon Podcast.